Hi, this is Illuminated Readings, and this is going to be a tarot reading for the sign of Aquarius between the week of the 1st and the 7th of September. Let's begin. I'm getting something here about evil spirits, Aquarius. Maybe you feel like someone's done something to you magically, put some sort of like black magic on you or something. But I feel like you're not scared. Some sort of evil spirits. You might be picking up on evil spirits or noticing them, or feel like someone's done something to you. I'm getting that you might need to cleanse yourself. Somebody may have done something to you. It's like a tiny speck that's corrupting you. There's many methods to cleanse. Have a look online of how to cleanse. It will benefit you if you can. So prior coming into the week, I'm getting this energy of you feeling very challenged by things that are going on in your life. You feel like you've been opposed by forces seen or unseen. And I feel like you've really been defending yourself from situations that are beyond your control. I see like you've been trying to grow, and you have been growing, but things are just coming at you as you grow along, and it's like almost like they're growing with you in a way. They're like growing with you, meaning like as you level up, the problems level up. Seven different incidences. Maybe you had 7 different things that have happened that are really, sort of triggering you. This could be over a span of, I don't know, 5 years is what I heard. 5 years? 5 years. I see you then, going into a sort of state where you're reflecting, like, what the hell is going on here? You're like almost meditating, trying to figure out, you're ready to, fight whatever it is that you feel like might be affecting you. You're trying to gain some sort of clarity, but you're indecisive about what it is. So it's almost like you close your eyes and you're feeling what it is, and that's when this devil comes up. So you definitely need some sort of cleanse. There's some sort of evil spirit here that is trying to train you. And this is coming into the week, so this is just your heads up, okay? I don't think that, well, maybe it is. Maybe it's revealing itself to you this week, this spirit, whatever it is. But it's restricting you, it's blocking your energy, and it's chaining your energy so that you cannot grow. But I feel like, yeah, this one has been, this spirit, whatever it is not the strongest of spirits. But it's like almost like it still has a grasp on you. And the way the spirit is attacking you is in your mind. You're feeling very anxious, you're feeling very fearful, you're feeling very negative, worried about life. It's almost like this is your mind in the back, you know, this is your mind in the back, you know, the black, and this devil is putting these swords into your mind, these 9 swords. For some of you, I'm getting that this is not a spirit. So this is only for a few of you that there's a spirit. For the rest of you, I'm getting here that you're having some sort of clarity about something that's kept you trapped. Something that's not trapped, it's deeper than that. Something that's kept you enslaved. But yeah, coming into the week, you're going to be in this energy of, again, in your mind about, you know, very fearful, worried, negative about, you know, this situation. You know, for some of you, it's a spirit that's, you know, attached to you that you need to get rid of by cleansing. I'm getting an egg cleanse would be great for you. Or salt, the salt bath. But I feel like you don't have to worry about too much, because it's not a powerful spirit. It's not a powerful spirit at all. It's not a powerful spirit at all. I could tell you that now. But I see you midweek here. You're celebrating anyway with your friends. You're gonna be celebrating. You might be partying. You know, life is gonna be quite abundant. I feel like you're almost victorious from this energy. You know, this energy is gonna be quick and passing. Maybe you might see this reading at the beginning of the week and decide to do a cleanse or whatever, because you're going to be like, where are all these thoughts coming from? Where is all of this in my mind coming from? You know, and you're going to do some sort of cleanse, and you're going to be very, you know, very abundant celebrating with your friends. And you're going to be partying, it's sort of like partying, having a good time. And by the end of the week, you're going to be celebrating again. So it's a very good week for you. You're going to be pretty much celebrating for the rest of the week. Once you get rid of whatever this is, whether this is a spirit or whether this is a something that you're trapped by, that's making your sign here to know that this is you. Is that you're at the beginning of the, you know, during the first second, you're going to be really thinking fearfully, really thinking negatively, really thinking, you know, about things that are worrying you. This is your sign that this is for you. But I see you at the end of the week, you're celebrating again. You're going to be in harmony with yourself. Your community is really good for you. I see you benefit a lot from the people around you, your friends, your family, your community. They care for you and you care for them, and you have a very loving relationship with one another. But I see that I see you being very happy by the end of the week. and during the week. So midweek, end of week, you're going to be very happy. I feel like this devil, this spirit, is sort of seen me now as well, and he's not happy that he's seen me, but he can't do nothing. I feel like you might be able to see him if your third eye is open. You might be able to see him, but if you don't get scared, if you're somebody that gets scared of these things, I'd say just do a cleanse and just let it be. You can use Palo Santo as well. Palo Santo is good for you in this situation. Again, I see you being really close with your family. Your community, they're very loving. And you have a really great relationship with one another. You have a really, really strong bond from childhood. You have a lot of childhood memories. It's a very innocent connection that you have with your family and community. I don't know who I'm speaking to, but yeah, your family and your community, your friends and that, who you would consider your community, you're all very loving towards one another. So your challenge once again is realizing, getting the clarity of whatever's going on. This devil, this spirit, or whatever this thing is that is enslaving you, is trying to have dominion over you. Is trying to take over you. By almost like putting you in its hand and sort of going like that. It's a very strong Mars energy. The energy is strong, but the spirit isn't. So it means that this energy you're in is not helping you. This energy of, being challenged, allowing yourself to look at life and say that, why am I being challenged? Why am I going through these things? Have I done something wrong? Or I need to, be almost in a state of, having forces oppose me. Why are things opposing me? Why are things not working out the way that I want them to work out? You need to realize that things that do happen for us, right? We have to sometimes go through things that elevate us, and they're not necessarily the way that we think they are meant to be or how they look like. Maybe this dominion is from you. You're attracting this spirit to you, or you have attracted this spirit to you because of this energy. It's a lot of lack mindset, lack energy. But for you in particular, Aquarius, is really bad because your energy is really loving. So your loving is almost turning into hate. You're like, why am I being opposed? Why is people, why is this going on? And this energy is sort of, put you into this, whether if this is a spirit or this is something that's keeping you enslaved. It's sort of, putting you in this energy that, you need to sort of like win. And it's a very negative energy. It's like, you have to have the dominion. You have to have the dominion over all things. Nothing can oppose you. And that's what's bringing this energy in. This is what's keeping you enslaved. But again, your challenge this week is to confront whatever this is going on within you, to confront it and to challenge it almost, and be like, why is it going on? If it's a situation with this, now you're watching my reading, so you know what it is, so you can just do a cleanse straight away. To be honest with you, Because if you haven't watched my reading, this is what you're going through, and then you realize that, oh my God, there's something there, that I'm trapped with too. Whether this is again a spirit, or whether this is a situation, but you're gonna realize, regardless, if you watch this reading or not, that what this is. Your challenge this week is to be at peace with yourself, to be in balance, to realize that you do have a purpose. You do have a purpose. I feel like you don't know what your purpose is yet. You're searching very passionately about what your purpose is. That's why you're coming across a lot of these situations that are opposing you, because you're not allowing your life to flow. You're trying to force your life to happen. You're trying to have dominion over all things. And it's not a good energy for you. You need to be in an energy of being at peace with yourself, in balance with yourself. Love is another challenge for you this week. Love. Maybe you're trying to look for love. But you're not in harmony with yourself. You're not in harmony with yourself for love. I see like half of you is like in this energy, and the other half is in this energy. This is a very loving energy, and this is quite a hateful energy. But you need to be more in harmony with yourself, love for yourself, love for yourself. Yes, that's what it is. There's love for yourself needs to come first before you find love outside of yourself. And you can only find the love within yourself by being in peace and balance with yourself. You need to be more in your feminine energy this week. Your challenge is to be in your feminine energy. Whether you're a man or a girl, a man or a woman, we all have masculine and feminine energy, and they should be in balance with one another for us to be successful in life in all endeavors. But in this situation at the moment, you're more in your masculine and your feminine, and your challenge here is to be more in your feminine. You need to be more emotional. Allow your emotions in. Don't be afraid if this is a spirit or something. I'm telling you now, it's not very powerful. You can just use sage, Palo Santo, or what I've said before. Egg cleanse. There's many methods. Honestly, you just go online and go on YouTube and how to cleanse, and you'll be able to get rid of it. It's not a very powerful spirit. I'm telling you now, it's not a very powerful spirit, if it is a spirit. But if this is a situation, again, you need to find inner love. And you do this by being at peace with yourself, and realizing that you are on your own journey, and you rushing things is delaying your journey. You need to allow life to happen as it's happening, if that makes sense. You need to allow things, whether they're fast or slow, to happen. But just make sure you're present. Don't force things to happen quicker, because it won't happen quicker. You'll just start attracting things that will enslave you, things that will trap you, things that will make you do shadow work. This is what this is shadow work. I think, Aquarius, you're quite powerful, you're quite strong spiritually. You don't realize it yet. You're not in balance with yourself, because yes, you're not in balance with yourself, so you haven't realized it yet. But you're quite strong spiritually. You're quite strong spiritually. This is why this sort of spirit is attached to you, because your energy is very strong. But this is why you're trying to almost force things to happen for you, because you know your worth. But you need to realize that your journey, should not be forced. By you forcing, you're causing things that are not meant to be for you to, you're forcing things into your life that shouldn't be in your life, whether that's people, things, situations, spirits, and that eventually you're gonna have to clear that up once you realize that, oh my God, why did I do that? now I'm stuck with this, and to get rid of it, I'm having to do this and this and this, and it's I feel like you need to be at more peace with yourself and enjoy who you are, as opposed to enjoy what's around you and things that you want. I think enjoying yourself as you are, loving yourself, comes first. You already do feel love. You feel a lot of love, and you get this from your family, your friends, your community. You know what love is, and you want to experience it, and you're willing to go chase after it. You're willing to fight for it. You're willing to fight for your love. But this is not the way you find love. No, this is not the way you find what it is that you want. The way that you find what it is that you want is to continue being yourself, to continue being this person, this loving person that you are. Don't be this person when you have to fight everything and feel like everything's opposing you and you're opposing everything because they're not true, and this is putting you into this energy of not you. It's fragmenting your energy. You're leading with your mind too much. You need to lead with your heart. I feel like your heart at this time is kind of like I said, it's like half grey, half red. I feel like you need to be in some water. You need to be in some water, so like go for a swim or something. It'd be really good for your sacral chakra. If you go for a swim, if you have a bath, it'd be really good for your sacral chakra. I feel like you need to release something from there. But by being in water, it will allow you to release what it is, and it will heal you. I feel like there's a blockage there in your sacral chakra. And it's going to heighten your intuition. Yeah, I feel like you need to spend more time just in general in the future around water. Drinking water, drinking Volvic. I don't know why, but drinking Volvic water is going to be really good for you. And that's the water that's from the volcanoes. You need to drink water from volcanoes, volcanic water. I mean, it doesn't come from the volcano, but it's from that area around the volcano. So it's got nutrients in there that are good for you in particular, Aquarius. Your outcome for the week. Your outcome for the week is dissatisfaction. You're going to be very dissatisfied by the end of the week. You're going to be like, sure, you're celebrating for the whole week with your friends, family, community. You're more in harmony, but you're going to be disappointed about, all of these things that you've been trying to force to happen, and they're not been happening. So you're going to be quite disappointed about the fact that things have not been happening, and it's putting you in this energy of apathy. Like I don't want to do anything anymore. This is why you need to stay out of this energy and stay more true to who you really are. This loving person that you are. You love nature. You love your family. Like you really care about people around you. This is who you need to be. Stop chasing what isn't meant to be. Just accept what you are right now, and things are gonna magically work out for you. Like, we have wisdom, right? You might be quite wise yourself, but you need to realize the divine beings, the gods and goddesses out there, they're more intelligent than we are. We have to go through certain cycles. We are affected by the planets as well. We have to go through certain cycles. in order to level up. Because if we're not ready for things when they come in for us, we can lose things a lot quicker than we gain them, because we weren't ready to handle them. Our energy wasn't ready to handle it. The more you stay true to yourself, the more you grow. The less you reject, the more you reject yourself and say, look, I'm gonna take what it is and fight everything. The less it's gonna come in for you, and that's gonna put you more into this energy. But you see, you then almost realizing that you need to put in hard work. You need to be more productive. I feel like you're learning about this situation, what I'm saying to you about you need to be more yourself. I see you transforming from the Knight of Pentacles of saying, look, I need to put in the hard work, I need to take what it is that I need to take and blah blah blah, oppose the forces that are, opposing me. You're transforming, you're saying, wait, hold on a second. That's not who I am. I'm the Queen of Wands. I'm this generous, loving person, I care about my family and my family cares about me. You're going to be courageous. I see you having a lot more courage. At this present moment, you lack courage to be yourself. This is why you're like this. You lack the courage. It's scary for you to be loving in the world, in private spaces. This is who you are. When you're in private with your family, with your friends, this is who you are. But in public, this is what you show who you are, but this is not who you are. And you're going to realize that you're not this person. This is not who you are. You're going to start hearing and be like, I'm dissatisfied. And realize, oh, well, maybe I need to put in hard work. And you're going to be like, hold on a second. This is not who I am. You're going to have to, you have to be courageous to be this person. Because, things, as intelligent and as wise as you are, it's difficult for you to wait for things to come in for you. You're still anxious, even though you're going to be like this at the beginning. You're going to be anxious about things when they're coming in for you. But this is who you are, and you're a queen here, rather than a knight. This knight he's putting in a lot of years of work, to learn something. Whereas her, she's already there, where she wants to be. She loves her family. This is literally you, This is literally you. This is you right now, and this is who you really are. You love your family, you love your community, you love your friends, and they love you. This is who you are. You're very generous with people, and you need to show this more to the world. Is what I'm getting, for you to be successful and happy. Because this is who you are. Doesn't matter what society agrees with or not, if I be honest with you. I mean, you're bloody Aquarius. I'm a rebel myself, But forget what society tells you to do. Do what you want to do. Do what you feel in your heart is right. And that is always going to be right. I see you, by you being like this, you're going to be very lucky. Things are going to come in for you very spontaneously without you realizing. And you're going to be very protected in the spiritual realm as well. You're going to grow. You're going to be very inspired by everything around you. And the best thing about you, by you being yourself, you're going to be in joy. You're going to be very happy. You're going to look at life from the lens of joy. Like, everything's going to look beautiful to you. Everything's going to look, lovely to you. You might even end up starting your own business down the line. I see you being very clever with your business. Don't know what kind of business this would be. Probably different for different people. But you're going to be setting up some sort of business down the line. From a place of integrity within yourself. So yeah, just stay true to yourself and don't allow your heart to be fragmented. because the world is different from who you are. I feel like you're very pure, your heart's very pure, you're very innocent, your heart's innocent, and it loves to be innocent. And this is what you need to show, because you're being protected, and you're being protected even more by spirits, gods, goddesses, divine beings that you don't even know about. By you being more and more yourself, they want to look after you. But when you do this and you be like everyone else, you stand alone. So I'm going to leave your reading here. If you did like the reading, leave me a like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned.